Chillo there, H+III+T to boot that dang on time. Y'all, you see the title of the video, yes, you read that correctly. Today we are reviewing Chris Brown's Heartbreak on a Full Moon. Gosh dang, and I was supposed to review this like a year ago, but we were so like ankle deep into Wayne last year, I didn't really have a chance to talk to you guys about the things I was bumping, so I'm going to try and get over to that foolishness now. It's become a little bit of a tradition on this channel where anytime Chris Brown drops something, we review it. If you are a day one subscriber, you know my first review was Chris Brown's album X. That was the first Road to, that was the first Package Panic, that was my first review. Like, love me some Chris Brown. We've reviewed just about everything he's dropped since then. We reviewed the that like 40-something track mixtape he dropped before the party. We obviously did X, we did Royalty. I mean, we've talked about just about everything he's dropped, and throughout all the shenanigans, I've said that Chris Brown is the most consistent artist there is. Well, urban artist that there is. I'd say he is the most consistent urban artist there is. Ever since I've been reviewing his projects, I can't say I've come away saying that this was trash or this was blah blah. I'll even take it back over to Fortune, gosh dang, a little bit of Fame too, but I mainly started messing with him like from Fortune and on. I heard Till I Die featuring Big Sean and Wiz Khalifa, gosh dang it, and I was hooked on Chris Brown. Now, obviously, I like songs like Transform Ya and the one he did for the Double Mint Gum joint before he smacked up Rihanna. Gosh, what the job was that called? Forever. I obviously like the old school Chris, but newer Chris Brown has intrigued me just because I like the fact that he drowns himself in auto-tune, but he makes it sound good and not unbearable. Like, there's a lot of R&B acts right now who are kind of like Chris Brown clones, if we want to be honest about it. Like, you got your Bryson Tillers, you've got your Eric Bellingers, you've got your, I mean, pick an act, gosh dang it, all these R&B cats want to be Chris Brown, but that's not the end of there. I'm going to throw Tory Lanez in there too. I know he sounds different, but I'm going to throw him in there too, gosh dang it. This is the, in my opinion, origin of the dang on R&B washed foolishness of what has become the new neo soul, but that's neither here nor there. So let me tell you the tracks I took off of Heartbreak on a Full Moon, then we'll talk about all the things surrounding it, gosh dang it. Now, I took Lost and Found, Juicy Booty featuring Jean Aiko, I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name, I'm not really sure, and R. Kelly. Dear Moses, a year later, thinking I bought a song with R. Kelly in it, gosh dang it, but that's not here nor there. The title track, Heartbreak on a Full Moon, I took Tempo. If that is not the breakdancing anthem of Legend, switch up the tempo, boom, 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 switch up the tempo, boom, 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 boom. That's my joint, but that's not here nor there. Party featuring Usher and Gucci Mane. Sensei featuring A1, who I believe is a producer. Didn't know he was not only making the tracks, but then getting on it. But that's neither here nor there, gosh dang it. Shout out to Parks. Dang on No Exit. Ooh, another slept on track right there. No Exit is really good. High End featuring Young Thug and Chris Brown. Young Thug and Future. Then I took On Me, and then the other one I took off of the extension Christmassy version, which was Yappa, I think, featuring Trippie Redd. Trippie Redd for obvious reasons, because I love me some Trippie Redd, but that's not the end of there. Now, this particular project, much like his After the Party project, this was like 45 tracks long. Now, have I listened to all 45 tracks? Believe it or not, I have. I was only able to take 10, so 10 out of 45 is not good, but when you think about it, it's an album period. The fact that I took 10 tracks at all is really good. And if we were to trim out the fat and all the filler, this project would be like 15 tracks. So I took 10 of it. That's pretty good. So I'm giving it a lap off the rip. I liked it. I don't think it was trash. The only issue I have with it, again, is it's so much to consume. I mean, it's dope because Chris can be gone for however long he needs to be, and I'll be good, because if I ever get in that mood for more Chris Brown and I want to go back and listen to this, there's like 35 other tracks I can choose from for making it onto the play. You know what I mean? How like you'll be like really digging an artist, so you'll go back over to the last project they dropped, maybe you'll take a few more tracks. Chris Brown's album is 45 tracks, so there's just plenty to go back to. Gosh dang, if I could just go to the particular standouts, gosh dang, listen, I know, we talked about the ones I took, but just a year later, the job I'm still bumping. Lost and Found was in my head for a full month, gosh dang. Now, this is around the time SZA dropped her project, so it was just, gosh dang it, it was just R&B heaven for the kid, gosh dang it. But Lost and Found's really good. The beat is crazy. This is classic Chris Breezy. It's one of those tracks to where it's obviously catchy, but it's one of those tracks that it doesn't necessarily overstay its welcome, but it stays in one pocket, and it really just lasts for a long time, and you can kind of live in it. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but you can kind of live in that track. Juicy Booty is really, 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 really freaking good, gosh dang. I actually like R. Kelly's verse. He's actually doing a little rapping on there, gosh dang. It's a great song. The topic of it obviously makes me vomit a little bit, but it's still a really good song. The beat is great too. Sounds like some foolishness from like I don't know, 90s Cali wave or something like that. Like, this would have been really good with a Mila J feature, in my opinion, but that's not here nor there. Which is sister of Gene Aiko. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I didn't know they were sisters. But that's not here nor there. Heartbreak on a Full Moon is cool. A little bit forgettable, kind of gimmicky, but I still liked it. Tempo, as I said, was really, really, really good. I like how the beat itself just goes insane as Chris Brown is saying switch up the tempo. It's one of those songs where you want to say it's gimmicky, like, say, Heartbreak on a Full Moon, but it sounds like Chris was just in the studio having a great time, and Chris Brown is kind of like the Wayne of R&B, to where he goes in, makes like 100 songs a night, and it's just like, that's it, he just got all these joints in the vault. So I can see Chris Brown was really having fun. It sounds like maybe this was song number 7 of a late night shuffle, I don't know, but it's really dope. Sensei is cool. It's got a really dope beat, but I can't really say I go back to Sensei like that. Gosh dang it. It's definitely not like Wrist off of Loyalty. Gosh dang it. Royalty. Excuse me, Royalty. Wrist still goes harder than 16 Little Bits. Go back and listen to Royalty. I know a lot of people slept on that, and I gave it meh. But you know, it's a pretty good meh. But that's not here nor there. I do like Party. The first time I heard it, I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. But then I just like, it kind of snuck up on me, gosh dang it. Gucci's verse isn't that bad either. I'm always here for Usher, adding in his foolishness, giving us a little new flame action, if you will. But that's not here nor there. I don't like the song, Is It Wet? I think it's with the one that's like, wet, wet, wet. Because it reminds me a lot of Lil Uzi Vert's 444 plus 222. It just reminds me of that 4, 8 million on me, J-Z, Canada, D, B. It sounds too much like that, and I already have. How many times have I knocked this thing over the years, gosh dang, but that's not here nor there. No Exit's cool. Really ain't no exit. Very slept on album cut there. Check that out if you haven't. And On Me, I'm not going to remember. I don't remember that. It says here I bought it, but I don't remember. I think I remember the beat being on point like a pencil, but I don't seem to remember anything about the song. And obviously, High End, we all heard it. We all saw the video. Chris Brown was on that demonic foolishness in the music video, but the song is great. Thugger wasn't playing. Young Thug! His features as of late have been amazing. His albums, I don't know what happened to Thug, but his features, my gosh, he's next level. But that's not here nor there. That is my review of Heartbreak on a Full Moon. Again, it should not have been that many tracks long, but I get streaming numbers, I get what he was trying to do. Totally awesome. And if you're a real hardcore Chris Brown fan, I'm sure you don't mind. I'm more like a casual fan, but that is not here nor there. So like, comment, subscribe, H+III+T, see the Triple OG, putting as much work as me to do a favorite point him out. What did you think of Chris Brown's album Heart Shape on a Full Moon 1 year later? Again, I thought it was doper than 16 Little Bits, just from the fact that I took 10, but it was still kind of a drag to sit through 45 songs only to take 10. But that's not the end of that. Let me know what you thought of it down below. Talking about the Knicks on Wednesday, new music video on Friday, then getting back to the Sever Show on Monday. You don't want to miss this next episode of the Sever Show, by the way. Not trying to toot my own horn, but we getting back to that foolishness because it's almost Halloween, if you know what I mean. But that's not the end of there. So, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Agaga.